Hello and welcome to Budget Fishing. I'm out on the bank again here at Coking Farm today on Orchard Lake Peg 97 for the next 30 or so hours. It's only me this time with the dog. I'll just do a quick spin round. It's about 18 degrees, it's quite nice. It was cold last night, apparently there was a light frost. But yeah, let's spin it round and show you where we are. So, you can see Louis down there, he's sat enjoying the sun. Only 2 rods allowed on this lake at any time. Bit frustrating because I've only got 3 brand new rods. I'll put another video up of them and the new reels later on. As you can see, we're set up over there. I will show out over here. So I've got an island. It's not very far in front actually, it's probably only about 20-25 foot in front of us. But there is one rod sort of over here, if it stops focusing on my finger, and then down to the margin on my left hand side over here, I've got one sort of over here, a couple of rod lengths off the side. The fish in here, apparently there's about 5 catfish in here, all good size, and the carp go up to about 41. A fish known as Jeff, so fingers crossed Jeff graces the bank, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. But yeah, it's first time fishing here. Fingers crossed we get something. So I've just been well, since getting here I've just realised I've got Clover Lake behind me. I'm pretty certain it's Clover. Quite a large lake here at Coking Farm, and a couple of pegs around the corner from me is the Dorset Carper. So hopefully I'll pop over there at some point. Hopefully if he gets any fish on, we'll go over there and say hi. I think he's videoing his session as well, so he's fairly local to here. If you haven't subscribed to his channel or seen any of his videos, worth going over and having a nosy. Goes into a lot of detail what he does. It's a very good video content that he creates, so yeah, pop over and have a chat with Lee, who's the Dorset Carper, at some point, and hopefully, if I don't have anything, hopefully he will. So almost 3 o'clock, been here since about 10:30ish. Set up about 11:30 realistically. Just put the bait boat out to have a look around and see what it is. It's sort of 2.5 foot in front of me. Probably hear a helicopter going overhead. The amount of aircraft traffic here is quite unreal. But put the bait boat out, it's about 2.5 foot in front of me until you get about half a rod length away, and then it drops down to 4.5, 5 foot throughout. Going over towards the other side of the island, it then goes up to about 2.5 again to 2 foot. A few fish showing, but nothing really happening. I did just find out though with the bait boat, it's just been out and whatever with the fish finder on. As the remote battery gets low, it sounds like a phone ringing. I just turned around and jumped up thinking it was one of my alarms going off, and it's and then I realised it's the light on the controller. So it was giving me the warning to say that the battery's not got long left in it, which is handy to know because the last thing I wanted is the boat stuck out in the middle of the lake. But yeah, it's been very quiet. Bloke opposite me, see sort of where has my finger gone? Sort of over there. There's a bloke. He's just turned around and lost one. The dog's chilling. He thinks he's going to be having my sleeping bag tonight. He's got another thing coming if he thinks that's the case. But yeah, just had a chat with Lee, the Dorset Carper. He's just been over and said it's very quiet. He got here at 4 o'clock yesterday. They've not had anything, not even a run overnight. So this is Orchard, which I'm on now. And if I literally spin round, there's Clover, and Lee is over there by that blue van. So fingers crossed we'll have something soon. As you can see, the if I can just focus on it, the Sonic reels rods are out, using the lines going into the line clip there. So we're going out, the NGT bite alarms again. But yeah, nothing so far. So the time now is about 6:15. Still nothing going on. The guys behind me have had a 19 off of Clover. Seen a couple of others come out of there, but nothing on this lake so far. I've just reset the rods for the night. Sticking with a wafter that I'm using and a simple boilie onto the hair on the other one. Staying in the same spots to there's been fish showing there, but it's just now a case of getting them. So yeah, it's we shall wait and see. Gonna cook some dinner. Louis sat there looking at me longingly, but yeah, as you can see, it's quite a nice evening. Yeah, so chilly for dinner tonight, but yeah, hopefully I'll have a couple of pictures and a video and things of anything as and when it happens. So fingers crossed. So day 2, time now is 7:30ish roughly. Cold one last night. Got to sleep well though, because absolutely cock all happened. It's the first time in a long time that I've actually managed to sleep all the way through a night. There was a couple of line knocks, but nothing major. It was cold. It was about 4 or 5 degrees. Woke up this morning, and as you can see, we got a very, very misty morning. I would have thought the carp would have gone mad, but there we go. It is what it is. It was cold last night, so I ended up with a little bed buddy. He is just tucked down here, and if I don't press the button by accident, it won't stop recording. But yeah, so Louis was tucked in bed with me last night, trying to keep warm. He was a bit like a hot water bottle, so I'm going to get the rods reset, and fingers crossed something will happen. I might pop over and see Lee in a minute, see if he had any joys. But yeah, there's about 8 hours to go, so let's see if we can get something. Might just take up plain spotting. Still very quiet, just coming at 10 o'clock. Got one over here, one down over there, and still nothing. Guys behind me on Clover, they're on pegs 71, 72, 73, 74. He's in at the moment. As you can see, he's playing a fish as we go. Looks like it's landed. So yeah, it seems to be Clover's the place to be on those pegs at the moment, but who knows what will happen. So 11 o'clock now. Still been very, very quiet all the way around the lake. There's been quite a few patches of fizzing, which has been nice. Been sort of aiming for bits and pieces. The dog's decided to eat a pellet that's been dropped. I dread to think what mess that's going to make later. But yeah, I've just moved the rods. There's left-hand rods had no action, but there's been quite a bit of fizzing sort of over here. So I've just sort of dropped in and around this area with the bait boat. The other one, I've seen quite a bit of movement all the way around the island, so I'm going to leave it sort of roughly where it is there. Just chucked another handful of pellet out on it. Let's see if we can get their heads down or anything like that, but wind's picking up a little bit. But yeah, very, very quiet. Frustratingly quiet, actually. There's not even been many liners happening, which is bizarre. I had a chat with Lee earlier on. He's had another quiet night. He's moved into the margins and whatever, where he is. I know he is videoing this session, but he seems to be on a bit of a run of blanks at the moment, which is no doubt frustrating. This is going to be my first one for a while from the looks of it, but I'll stay positive. Got another sort of 3-ish hours. So yeah, fingers crossed something comes out and there will actually be a fish to show in this video. So with regards to the setup I've been using on this trip, I've actually decided to use leaders on this one. I've not typically used them because I'm awful at tying the things. So stick to your strengths is typically how I tend to play it. But when I was purchasing the reels, I found I think you might be able to see it there, a carpy connection. 3 pre-tied leaders. I bought 2 packs. I think they're about £4.50 each. About 1 metre in length, £45 breaking string, and they were about £4.50 for the 3. So I bought a couple of packs of them, a couple of packs of heli leaders as well. They've got nice little lead clip just to turn around and pop your lead on, and then a quick connector, quick swivel at the bottom for you to turn around and put your rig onto. So I've had to clip the swivels off a couple of the rigs to turn around and get them on, and put a bit of anti-tangle sleeve on there to turn around and lock them in place. But really nice and easy. They've got a little loop at the end of the leader to attach a main line on. I just done a little sort of overhand knot to create a loop, and then just double looped it back in on itself. But yeah, it's baits I'm using halibut pellet on one and Pacific tuna on the other. Apparently they like pink wafters and things like that as well here. I know the guy down the end is using a pink. He's not had any joy. The guys opposite me, who you might be able to see, these are the guys who were in the swims next to us last time. They're sort of just over here. They are specifically catfishing. So I'm just using an awful lot of pellet. Apparently the guys at the opposite end of the lake had a couple yesterday or overnight. But yeah, I'm not doing anything away from the normal. It's just very quiet and slow fishing at the moment. So yeah, any questions with any of the setup or anything like that, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll sort of show you in more detail next time round. But there is nothing complicated with any of it. It's just a case of distinct lack of fish. So with regards to the rigs been used today, this one doesn't help because it's all tangled up. But if I can untangle it quickly, as you'll see, about. So leader all the way through. Let's remove the back lead. Down to the lead clip, anti-tangle sleeve all the way through. This is a combi rig which I've left the patty on, but as you can see, halibut pellet on the end. I've been doing that basically with a boilie on the other one, but yeah, it's been a very quiet session. I'm going to pack up in a second, and I think I'm probably going to go to the pub for a pint. But yeah, as I said, the rods have been great. They feel really good quality and everything, very well balanced and whatnot. But yeah, fingers crossed. Next time on their outing, there'll be a couple of fish to show for it.